Sometimes it hurts to grow. Sometimes new beginnings are messy, uncomfortable, and far from the shiny resolutions we often hope for. They don't announce themselves with clarity. They rather creep in quietly, asking us to adapt before we feel ready. And that's where the discomfort lies, in the space between letting go and finding our footing again.
It looks like a dinosaur. Ich liebe dich. Und ich liebe dich auch.
Love you too.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
This isn't who you are anymore, it's time to grow. And growth often feels like free falling, like we're losing pieces of ourselves, when really we're shedding what we've outgrown. I'm learning to sit with that ache instead of running from it. To trust discomfort doesn't mean I'm failing, it means I'm alive and evolving. It's a bridge, not a punishment. A necessary step forward, rediscovering who I am outside of the relationship I used to have. So a new year has begun, 2025. And I hope this message finds you well. Yeah, may this fresh chapter bring new opportunities, filled with love, filled with connections, deep connections, filled with joy and inspiration for all of us. I actually had a pretty quiet and cozy New Year's Eve. I spent it with my friend Faye, whom I actually met through this channel not too long ago. And she visited me from Paderborn, a German city, which we always call Paderboring. She visited me. Actually, we went to a friend's place, which has a sauna and also a lake nearby, because we wanted to do some ice bathing the next morning, and yeah, which we actually did. Was crazy. And yeah, I just think there's something so empowering about facing the things that scare us. And I also had to think about this wonderful book by Pema Chodron, maybe you know it. It's called The Places That Scare You. And yeah, if you haven't read it, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're going through a difficult phase in your life, like I am. Following like my separation after a long relationship. I actually can recommend all books by Pema Chodron, but yeah, this one especially. So it inspired me actually for this video. Yeah, because looking back at 2024, actually also I wanted to make a kind of a recap video, but I just didn't have time, or the time I had I wanted to spend with my close family, with my child. And yeah, which it's so rare to have all of them together, so it was very important for me. But I spent some time in the evenings, in the late evenings, just looking back on 2024, which was kind of a special year for me, because I had my separation after 16 years, and I opened this channel. Well, I actually opened it in December 2023, but yeah, it just was very kind of present in 2024. And just in general, it was like a year that was filled with very mixed emotions. There was lots of pain and discomfort, but also, I would say profound growth, and also very meaningful connections, especially with my chosen family and with the community that began to form here, which I'm so grateful for. Can't say that enough. You know, but starting this channel, I can remember at first was anything but easy. And I consider myself to be a highly sensitive person. And, you know, putting myself out there was so uncomfortable in the beginning. And thankfully, self-love is kind of, you know, the core theme of this channel. And that's also why I try to approach this journey as, with as much self-compassion as possible. So I just try to gradually extend my comfort zone bit by bit, instead of forcing myself to just leap out of it, or to push myself, like, you know, out of it. So this cozy New Year's Eve, my friend Faye and we talked a lot about her experience moving to Germany, a completely unfamiliar and strange environment. I mean, she comes from Yemen. So, and coming from such an extremely different culture, I just can't imagine how intimidating it must have been coming here. And I just deeply admire her courage and her resilience. Even though she's 27 and I'm 42, she's already taught me so much about how making discomfort your comfort can make you grow, actually. And yeah, it's so strange that the algorithm somehow brought us together, because it just must have known that I spent my first school year in Yemen, and, you know, in 1989, and so it just brought us together. Thank you, YouTube algorithm. You know, just seeing someone who went through so much, just enough to break a person, I would say, choosing self-love and acceptance over the pressure to conform, is just so extremely inspiring for me. And it gives me hope that I can do the same. Yeah, you know, life has brought me to a place where I'm starting over in my 40s, and with a small child and a future that is kind of uncertain now. But I'm just learning that to be connected to people who give my life purpose and meaning is what truly matters, and that is where I want to put my energy into. I think new beginnings, especially those who feel uncomfortable, we have to remind ourselves that they don't require like a special readiness or perfection, or, you know, what they require is willingness. Also willingness to feel lost, and a willingness to maybe also to start small, and to believe that eventually you will find your way. Trust. Yeah, and in the messiness of it all, there's like I would say quiet kind of courage that emerges. In my case, like, it's a courage to trust myself again, to enjoy my own company again, to rebuild myself, and to embrace the beauty of starting over. So I just think it's okay to feel unsteady for a while and lost, and to feel all those uncomfortable feelings. And also maybe it's okay that new beginnings feel like endings too sometimes, because I think in discomfort there's also freedom. Maybe the freedom to become someone you've never been before. And I think, that is also a life, it feels like a life worth stepping into.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers. Camera. Cheers. Ahmed ist da. Oh, bonjour, chérie.
Ça va? Wie geht's euch?
Wir nehmen hier gerade was auf.
Ach so, oh sorry, hi. How are you, Nastya? How are you? How are you? How are you? I miss you. Love you. Love you. Mwah. Send me a video back.
Travis, sweetheart. Cheers to the new year, sweetie.
And when I spent this time with Faye the whole evening, I observed her and I just had to smile so much at her willingness to try new experiences. And especially when we went to the lake the next morning, we were so scared. I mean, we went into the sauna first just to heat ourselves up, just to feel kind of prepared to, you know, just don't overwhelm ourselves, kind of extend our comfort zone. So then when we were there, we were kind of surprised that we actually dared to dive into the lake. And Faye, she just dived, I think it's dived, yeah, into the lake and just stayed there for a while and just stayed with the discomfort. That was amazing. I couldn't do it, but it's okay. Maybe next time I'll try. So
We did it! Yes, we did it! Yeah!
it was pretty special. I will never forget this New Year's morning. And also afterwards we went into the sauna. We cooked a little bit with our friend Svenja, and yeah, the whole evening was just also so nice.
I didn't really figure out this thing, Faye. How to use it. It makes me emotional.
So that is kind of my recap of New Year's Eve 2024/2025. I just will try to incorporate little exercises of discomfort into my everyday life again, to make discomfort my new comfort as much as possible in a very gentle, self-loving way, and maybe it can inspire you to do the same. So as always, thank you for everyone who's watched until the end, because you're helping this channel grow. Yeah, if you're new here, consider subscribing and leaving me a like. And yeah, I just hope you're safe and you're well. And again, may this new year be full of love and just everything you desire and you need. And now, sending you a big hug, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.
Ich liebe dich. Du bist einfach toll. Du verdienst alle Liebe. Love you, Faye. Look how beautiful you look.
Oh, we have to do this still.